undoubtedly, sleep is one of my favorite things in this world. I mean, not only do we need sleep to recover our mind and our body, but also to process all the things that are happening throughout the day. But also, how good feels a full night sleep where you wake up in the morning and you forgot about time and space. You can deeply feel that you've had that very restful, deep sleep phase, and you just feel so newborn in the next day. Now, perhaps you pressed play on this episode because you're missing that. You can't really remember the last time you've had that really deep, recovering sleep. Or you even struggling to go to bed early and fall asleep fast. And then almost every night you would wake up at the exact same time and struggle so intensely to fall back asleep. So you take out your phone or you try reading, you move to the left, to the right, try different poses. Maybe you would get up and have a glass of water, but nothing really works. Nothing really helps you to wind down in that moment. You're just bright and awake. Well, if that's the case, then you are in the right place, my friend, because today we're dedicating this episode to A, helping us to fall asleep easier, and also to get back into that deep, restful state of sleeping. We will talk about several different ways to help you wind down in the evening first, and then we'll move slowly into a guided meditation that you can use right before sleeping that will help you to drift off and then wake up the next morning having that newborn feeling all over. So in the past, I've noticed that the more active, the more complex, the more dense my day would be, the more I would expect to sleep deeply at night. But it's a paradox because the opposite is happening. I would feel agitated, exhausted at the same time. My mind is so chaotic. And the thoughts they're just racing through my brain. My breath feels super shallow. The chest is tight. And then I would end up staying up until at least midnight, drag myself to bed, hoping that by now I'd be tired enough to simply fall asleep fastly. But it doesn't happen. It takes me forever. I try reading a book, trying the typical things I kind of have at hand. And then at some point, after a long time of just closing my eyes and laying in bed, at some point I will fall asleep, only to wake up at 2 a.m. once again and then being awake again. Sound slightly familiar? Okay, I hate to tell you this, but your evening routine starts a lot earlier than with brushing your teeth. And therefore, let's start with all the tools that you can use to help your body and your mind wind down in the evening early enough so that you can fall asleep by, 10:30 even. First of all, I always love to point out nutrition and food, because especially when you are having a busy day and barely get time to have a lunch, a break in the middle of the day, then sometimes we tend to eat heavy and warm in the evening because we think it helps us to wind down. It helps us to ground. And yes, it kind of does. A meal is a great tool to help you ground, especially in the evening. We just need to make sure that we don't eat too late. And we also need to make sure that the food that we're taking in supports our system, especially throughout the night. So there are certain ingredients that are considered to help stabilize our blood sugar, but also to spare our digestion so they won't distract us throughout the sleep. And ideally, that would be a light, low-fat meal that is focusing on proteins. Make sure to add in vegetables and salad, perhaps some low-fat meat or fish. You can use tofu, some milk products such as skyr or cottage cheese. There are several different. This is the time of the day where you are particularly avoiding fat foods, pizza, fast food as well, spices, too much sugar, as well as, yes, definitely no caffeine. Bonus tip here is high magnesium food such as sunflower seeds, almonds, oats, spinach, bananas, potatoes. Of course, in the right amounts, these are all great for your evening routine. Depending on your day and your daily schedule, if you can, also try to have a regular sleep rhythm, meaning that try to go to bed at the same time every night and get a consistent amount of sleep as well. Perhaps you can have a hot shower before heading into bed, as it lowers core body temperature through the improved blood circulation and relaxes your muscles. One that I probably don't even have to mention, strictly no phone 1 hour before sleeping. And as hard as that might sound, it is possible. You can use an alarm clock instead of your phone. Make sure to put your phone either on the other side of the room if you're charging it, or even put it out of the room entirely. And then lastly, one of my absolute favorites, of course, once you're in bed and closing your eyes, shift your breathing into a very slow, very calm and subtle and also gentle nose breathing into the belly. That really helps you calm the heartbeat, to calm your thoughts, quieten down, just really focusing on the breath there. By that, you're telling your nervous system that you're safe, that it's time for sleeping. You're preparing yourself for processing the day, giving yourself space and time to really calm down, especially if it's been a hectic day. And as soon as you wake up the next morning, direct your attention instantly to your breath. Take in 3 deep breaths in and out of the nose, as deep and full as you can in that moment. And at best, also get some fresh air in. Open the windows, maybe even go outside if it's warm and sunny. Just make sure that you're getting fresh air first thing in the morning. Of course, these are really just a few techniques that you can use. There are a billion helpful tips out there, so make sure to do some more research on that if you really want to improve your sleep, as in my opinion, sleep is the most important to set you up for an amazing day. And the fact that we struggle sleeping can have so many reasons. Nowadays, stress is a huge factor and impacting our cortisol level. Perhaps there are certain emotions that you haven't processed through, or there's just too much going on at the moment. Certain decisions, complex life or work situations, people and relationships that are bothering you, or even things that you worry about with your kids. But instead of diving into the root causes of your lacking sleep, let's make sure that we're improving this. So right now, just get ready for a roughly 10-minute guided meditation that is a gentle journey into mental relaxation. Settle into your bed and allow your body to find its natural resting place, as if your mattress beneath you has been waiting for you all day to hold your weight and support every curve and every corner of you with subtle, quiet patience. Feel the contact points where your body meets the surface below. The back of your head, your shoulders, your hips, your legs, each place receiving steady support, each place invited to soften and sink a little deeper with every slow breath you take. Draw in a calm, unhurried inhale through your nose and release it gently through your mouth, sensing how the exhale travels down, down, down through your chest, your belly, your legs, all the way to your feet, like a warm wave washing through you and settling into the ground. Again, breathe in slowly. And then let the exhale lengthen, as if the breath itself knows the way toward rest, and it's guiding you there without any effort. Imagine your feet on a natural surface like sand or grass, overlooking a quiet river where the sky is painted in deep blues and soft silver light, and the water is moving also at an unhurried pace, carrying leaves, reflections, small ripples along the surface. And you take a seat on the side of the river, feeling the cool earth beneath you. It's steady, it's instantly grounding. And as you watch the water move, you begin to notice that each leaf floating by resembles one of your thoughts. Some of them are large and very detailed. Others are just small, fleeting. All of them are carried gently by the current of the water. There's no need to hold on to any of those leaves. The river knows exactly where to take them. Your role in that moment is simply to watch. There you are, sitting beside that river. You notice how the space around you feels wide, open, and how that openness creates room for everything to exist. The sound of the water, the cool air of the night, the glow of the horizon in the distance. In the same way, your mind holds space for thoughts and feelings. And when that space widens, everything begins to move with more ease, flowing through instead of gathering weight. A memory that drifts by like a leaf on that water. A plan for tomorrow that appears. It shimmers briefly and then it continues downstream. It doesn't stick. A feeling, an emotion that rises and softens, carried onward by the same gentle current. The river continues and continues with a steady path, a steady pace, and you just remain seated on the shore, grounded, present, fully at ease. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel how the inhale arrives naturally, filling your body with quiet life, and how the exhale releases the day, the effort, the mental activity that has carried you through so many moments. With each breath, your body understands more deeply this time is for restoration. And your shoulders grow heavier. Your jaw loosens. Your forehead smooths. The small muscles around your eyes begin to rest, as if they too are watching the slow river, finding comfort in its steady rhythm. The night deepens around the river. The sky fills with stars, steady points of light that shine effortless. Each one is resting in its place. Each one is part of something so much bigger. Peaceful expanse. You sense that in your mind there is a similar wide inner sky where thoughts pass like drifting clouds, while a deeper, quieter awareness remains constant and calm beneath all of that. This awareness stays with you, steady and supportive as your body settles further into the mattress and the rhythm of your breath grows softer, slower, and more spacious. You see yourself lying down beside the river, the earth warm beneath you, and the sound of the water, a gentle lullaby that repeats in soothing patterns, and each repetition guiding your body toward deeper rest. The leaves continue to drift along the surface of the river, carrying thoughts, images, and fragments of the day with them. And you watch them pass with quiet understanding, trusting the current to carry everything exactly where it belongs. Your breath flows in a slow, natural rhythm. Your body feels heavy and supported. Your mind rests in that open space. Feel how sleep begins to gather around you like a soft blanket, settling over your body, your thoughts, your awareness, and bringing warmth, safety, and ease. The river flows. The night deepens. The stars remain steady. And you drift gently into rest, held by the quiet rhythm of breath, the steady support beneath you, and the spacious calm within. Sleep arrives naturally, like the tide returning to shore. I send you all my love and all the light from my stars to yours. Now sleep well, my beautiful friend.